because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
You ready?
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men lead.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men lead.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men lead.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have.
Men or a bear?
It's because a man.
What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to the Monday live stream. Right? Hope you guys had a good day so far. Hope you had a good start to your week. How you guys doing? So, let's see. You know, I've been watching. You know, I watch a lot of content, right? And this is the thing. I've said this before. Women put so little effort in dating. It shows in their logic, their knowledge when it comes to dating. Okay, they really don't know a whole lot. They don't know a whole lot about men. They don't really know a whole lot about the psychology of dating. You know, the viewpoints in dating, because honestly, women don't put effort. It's like women are never the pursuers, so they don't have to put brain cells to the dating market. Okay, so we'll talk about that. I just think I've said this before. Women lack effort, so they lack understanding when it comes to men and dating, because they don't. Why would it need? Why would women even need to understand men or need to care about dating? Because again, men constantly hit on women, constantly DM them, you know, holler at them, whatever. So really, why would women even need to put in effort? It's true, they don't, right? That's why I'm not here saying that women need to put in effort. Reality is they don't. But here's the thing. Why I think that they should, because again, we'll get into the videos where women are having trouble in the dating scene. They're having trouble, right? It's all because of women's ideology, women's lack of effort, and it shows, right? Women's priority list, right? Why men are always last on women's priority list, and it shows. This is the thing, where education, career, finance, you know, money is always on the top of women's list. And it shows. Women are doing good educationally, and women are doing good, you know, career-wise, and then women are making decent money. That's the effort, right? Putting these things as a priority in your life, well, they bore fruit. When you put men last on your priority list, there's no surprise that out of everything in your life, the difficulties or the failure is relationships, is having one, right? Is men. So we'll talk about that. So, as always, let's get the blood flowing. Let's do a Kendra G reaction. All right. All right, so let's check this one out.
I guess so.
Your name is Kirby?
Yeah. Kendra, I have been coming on here since May.
You been on my show how many times?
Never. I'm saying in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm going. I've been procrastinating coming to see you since May. And I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm not ready. I've been having my notes in my head and I am not ready, but here we are. So let's go.
Well, do you feel like you're ready tonight?
I'm going to be ready. Because today was my cutoff. I'm like, that's it. You are my friend in my head. And I said, I'm going to see my girl. And I see you about to go on vacation to like Paris or something.
I'm going to Italy.
Italy. So I said, let me go before she go to Italy. That's it.
Okay, I like this. Okay, well, let's do it. Kirby, how old are you, love?
I am 40.
40, okay. What city or where are you calling us?
40. 40 and still trying to look for a man. This is the thing, right? I bet you, like most women on here, she'll talk about her life, career, finance, whatever. All probably doing well. But the one thing that's doing bad is relationship. It's indicative with women. Okay, and I've said this before. Why does it matter? Because dating is easier for women. There will always be options for women. Whether you're older, younger, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, it don't matter. Women will always have options. So if it's so easy, why are you failing? Okay, honestly, in my opinion, out of the three things I said, right? Career, education, I guess money, right? You go career with money, but at least career, education, and men. Out of those three, which one, in my opinion, is the easiest? Men. Men, that part is honestly the easiest because, again, no matter your situation, there will always be men that want you. Right? You don't really have to work for it. You really don't. Yet, out of those three, the men part is the failure. While the other two women have to put effort in, and yet they succeed in it most of the time. These things, like, you have to think, that's weird.
Where do you live?
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey. What do you do for a living?
I am an educator.
Do you have any children?
I do. I have 2 boys.
How old are your boys?
I have a 16 and 11-year-old.
Both by the same man?
Yes, our ex-husband.
Your ex-husband. When did you get divorced?
2015.
Okay. So we got Kirby, 40, New Jersey, educator, mom of 2 boys, was once married. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. All right, let's do it.
This is
Kirby,
what's
40,
going on.
Capricorn, New Jersey, educator, mom of 2 boys, was once married. They're by her ex-husband. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I am, yeah, that's exactly how I wanted you to say it to me too. Okay, sorry. I am looking for somebody who is kind and a genuine good person. Someone has a good personality, someone who is funny, someone who is masculine, and someone who knows how to treat a lady.
Okay. What are your
And
deal?
handsome. A deal
Oh,
breaker.
and handsome.
Handsome. Yeah, I do like handsome men. So a deal breaker is someone who does not have a good relationship with their mom, because that's telling of a lot of other things. Someone who does not take care of their teeth, someone who is not healthy. Like if your eyes are like yellowy, some healthy is big for me. I'm working on getting myself together too, but you got to be into to living long, because I also sell life insurance on the side. So seeing all the outs with that, yeah. So someone healthy.
Someone
And
healthy.
someone nice, a nice, genuine, good person.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I want to say no, but Kendra, I have a type. It's the truth. I like a man with a beard. I like a man who is at least 5'9", 5'11" is like, chef kiss, perfect height. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah, 5'11", beard. That's real specific too. But at least 5'9", good teeth.
Okay. At least
And
5'9".
handsome. If other women don't like you, I probably won't like you either.
Great that she's honest. Great that she's honest. This is the thing. It's great that she's honest, because that is very indicative of women. This is the thing, right? This is the thing where I've said this before. Why body count? I've said this, right? Body count should matter to both, right? Because the more you deal with people, the more trauma and strain it puts on you internally, okay? Mentally. But here's the thing. Women don't care. Women don't, in all honesty, I mean, of course you're not going to tell a woman to her face that, oh, I've slept with 1,000 women. It's disgusting to them. But again, what it's the kind of what they don't, what would I say? You can't see it that, okay, the charming men. charming men, good-looking men, players, the bad boys, the Pookies, the Ray Rays. Those guys are good with women. They're good with women. They're charming, right? They know they're socially calibrated. They know how to talk to women, okay? And they're good looking. Women like their looks. Well, these men aren't virgins, right? And being charming, that is not something you're born with. That's something you develop, right? You develop that over time with practice. So why aren't you a virgin? You know, when you because you use it, right? Men that are charming usually they use it in the sense that they will have interactions, usually sex with women. So they will rack up a high body count. So this is the thing. Why I've always believed that technically women love men with high body counts, i.e., a man that other women want. That's the thing where this is the problem where we're gonna go talk about it in other videos where women wonder why men are single, because those men don't have the social cues or social image that women like. Because if men are surrounded by women, like a whole lot of exes, or you've been shown that you are good around women, it's a good indicator to women that you're desirable. So if you're desirable, well, she will desire you. That's women.
So you want the man that all the women want?
Unfortunately, I do, but I want him to only want me. I know.
Okay. So what are you gonna?
And you wonder why she's still single in her 40s, right? Here's the thing: she probably left her husband because he's not desirable anymore.
Do to make sure he only wants you out of all the women else that want him?
It's what I bring. We'll get to that part. It's your last
No,
question.
let's get to that right now, because let's talk about this.
Let's do it.
I love that you were honest. You want the one man that every woman would want,
Yeah.
but you only want him to want you, which I get. So what are you gonna do to maintain that he only wants you over all these other women?
It's what I bring to him. It's the joy. It's the peace. So it's the fruit that I bring. So
I could go to the damn amusement park to get joy.
it's nothing like a good feminine woman that brings you peace. Everybody doesn't do that.
So you feel like
You're not one in a billion. You're not one in a billion. At 40, I'm pretty sure. This is the thing, right? One of the things why I say, as women age, they become bigger red flags. I'm sorry, you become less feminine. A lot of women become less feminine if they were ever feminine to begin with. Okay? Life will harden you. Especially for single women. Especially for single women. Okay? Women that have dealt with a lot of men, life will harden you. Okay? This is the thing. Surprising, funny that this is a divorcee. Again, she's asking for top level man. Her thing is that she will bring feminine energy or whatever, peace or whatever, yet she's a divorcee. Okay? So, one, unless she left that man because she didn't want him anymore, that says a lot. Okay? And that says a lot where she wanted to marry the man, gave him 2 kids, and stopped wanting him. Shows you that she ain't a loyal girl. 2, she isn't all that feminine, all that. She doesn't bring a man peace because he probably left her then, right? In this other scenario, because if she wasn't all that great to keep the man that she married, how is she gonna keep the next man who is highly desired? How is she gonna do it? Because she's at least proven that she couldn't do it once, right? In her marriage. And she's 40. The likelihood that she's more feminine than younger women, right? It ain't that high. It ain't that likely. Because I said it. As women age, single women, they become more hardened, bitter, traumatized, right? Jaded. aggressive, combative, attitude galore.
All the other women that like him won't bring him peace?
No, no. So it's the fruit of the spirit that I bring. It's love, it's joy, peace, patience.
Women don't bring. This is the thing, right? This is honestly the thing. Women think that they are 1 in a million, 1 in a billion. Honestly, it's like women think that what they bring between their legs is 1 in a billion. No other woman has it. Women think that the way they love a man, no other woman can do it. It's ridiculous. Absolute, utterly ridiculous. And especially the things that say, I bring love, I bring joy, I bring peace. Really? What does that really represent? What does that really show? Okay? And you're 40. You've had years to show it. And yet no other man has stuck with you through the test of time. What is that? It's like, are women blind to physical logic? Because again, you are a divorcee. That at least one man couldn't stay with you, right? At least one, either you showed your disloyalty to your husband by wanting to leave him, divorce him. 2, he divorced you because you weren't that special. You weren't that great. So either side does not show her in the best light, especially for top quality men, right? Highly desirable men. Because again, you are nothing special. Nothing special.
Patience, kindness, goodness, trustworthiness, and self-control. It's all of those things. So that's what I live by. That's what I bring. That's what makes me different.
Okay. All right. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I'm not worried about the dollar amount as much as the mindset. So someone who is financially stable, someone who is established in their career or their business or whatever it is they want. Not so much the money, but the mindset. Someone who either knows their net worth or is working toward growing their net worth.
Okay. All right, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay, let's see. So I just came from my son's Sweet 16. And like I said, Kendra, this was it. Tonight was the night. So.
Okay. Oh, you was dressed up. Okay. Y'all be wanting to show me y'all booty, child.
Kendra, I know you want to see the booty.
She's chunky. I mean, probably not, I would say obese. God, this is the thing. I guess I call it high value men. Do high value men want the chunky ones? Maybe. But this is the thing, right? She want him nice, good looking, tall, and highly desirable. I mean, this is probably beyond high value in my opinion. So this is the thing where, honestly, she's nothing special. Really nothing special. Like beyond average.
I'll be wanting to see the movie. Y'all can just stand up as long as we see y'all legs. But y'all be turning around, y'all be twerking, y'all be doing a lot of stuff.
I'm not doing that.
Kirby, you're 40. What's the age range you want to date?
The age range is between 38. I'm sorry, my dog is being annoying. Between 38 and 51.
51. All right. And when was your last? What happened, Kirby?
Sorry, I'm here. Just my dog wanted to get out the room. So.
When was your last relationship?
2022, I think it was.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's been quite some time.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Procrastination. Like I said, I've been coming here since May. Procrastination is one. I like to be on time, but I'm late, which is a part of procrastination. And I feel like because I haven't been in a relationship so long, I'm kind of like settled in my singleness, even though I'm ready for a relationship. So that's something like I need a man who is willing to pursue me. And because I can be like, oh well, I'm done. That's it. I can give up easily. So I need somebody who's not gonna give up on me.
So the man that all the women want,
Mm-hmm.
you want him
To
to
not
work
get-
hard to get you,
Yep.
even though all these women are just throwing themselves at him.
That's it, Kendra. You get me. I feel like you get me.
Yeah. Another woman gets you. Not a man. Not a man. This is the problem, right? I've constantly said this, and I've constantly see it. Women are having problems in the sense that the men that they want either don't want them or don't want them for long-term commitment. Yet the men that they don't want them. It's just, it's practically every single woman have that problem. Wanting men that either don't want them or don't want them for long-term commitment. It's like, I've said this countless times. That is why I don't have sympathy for women. Because when it comes to women, it's different than men. Men don't get that option. Men don't get, in general, I'm not saying all, but in my opinion, majority of men, because majority of men are average men. So majority of men don't even get the option of women that want them, that they don't want back, right? Men don't get that option. Men don't get the option of women wanting them, and they have to like say no to. Men don't get that option. So that's why dating is like so drastically different for men and women. It is like worlds apart. It is like different, actually like universes apart. Okay? Only women get the option of, wanting men that don't want them. And of having both of men that do want them that they don't want, while trying to pursue the men that they want, or hoping the men that they want pursues them. It's
Okay, Kirby. Okay.
Kendra,
Yes.
you were in your happily ever after.
I worked very hard for my happily ever after though too.
You
So
did.
I think that people just see this is a lot of hard work that went into this.
And I think you should do a segment on that. You got to teach us how to get to happily ever
I
after.
can't teach y'all nothing because y'all don't want to hear nothing. Y'all
Kendra, I
want to
listen.
hear fantasy things.
exactly. Women don't want to listen to shit. It's like, seriously, in my opinion, right? Back in the heyday when Kevin Samuels was saying shit, women would not listen to it. Women would not listen to the actual fact. You want the most desirable man? Get him when you were young. Get that man when you were young. Okay? Get that man before you had a kid. Get that man before you got divorced. Okay? Or before you got married. Get that man when you are at your prime, when you have the most to barter with, when you have the most value. It's like, you better be getting, at 40, you better be wanting a man that's 60, that's mostly desired by other 60-year-olds. I mean, come on.
And nursery rhymes and fairy tales that you guys tell yourself.
Nope.
And I sit here and whenever I try to give just small pushback.
Listen.
Oh, Kendra doing this. So I like peace of mind in my life. I'm not gonna stress myself out over arguing with women every single day. But I will say this, reality is always gonna be the teacher, right? So you don't need me, you don't need the comment section. Reality is going to tell you what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. So I work very hard. So we'll leave it at that.
But if you feel like one day I'm asking, please give us your happily ever after what to do story.
I mean, like, literally, did she not listen? Like, women really have a hard time of listening. Really, women do. Right? At 40, right? You think this is a bringing a man peace when you have a hard time listening?
I say this a lot, but y'all push back on this. The first thing y'all gotta do is start learning men. You gotta start learning the person that you say you want. Like that part, y'all are negating. You literally just told me, man, you out your own mouth said you want a man that all the women want, but you want him to only want you. And that's why I asked you, well, what's going to separate you? Because also what we don't talk about, I know we talk a lot about men cheating. We don't talk enough about women being aggressive. There's women who are aggressive, who would try to pursue your man, that don't give a shit about you even existing. So let's just say you got this man that you said everybody wants, and let's say he can't control himself and not trying to pursue. Now, what does he do to knock off the women that are pursuing him? I just think that what I will try to do, and it might cost because they're gonna want to pay. I know a lot of men that could just sit up here and maybe just start giving y'all some insight. I think that's what's
Yes, that's good stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. But listen, Kirby, I like your personality. See, I'm a female. See, I'm not the person you here for. As a woman, I like you, right? I like you as a sister girl. You were pleasant, but I don't got penis, and I'm not trying to date you, right? So you got to learn these men. But we have some. Wait, I think we have some comments. Do you want them?
Jesus. Come on, cousins. Please, cousins, remember, I am a cousin too. So please be kind. Let's go.
All right. Double I, we good. Double I said, Kendra just heard everything we heard, and I guarantee you she would not tell her the truth.
Yo, Blue, thank you for stopping by.
What truth do you want me to say?
I think they want to know too, Kendra. They want to know
What's the age range you want to date?
My age range is 38 to 51.
Okay, so you do want to date older. I would say focus older.
Okay.
Older than you. Maybe focus, you have 2 kids?
Yes.
Focus on a man that probably has kids already, because then y'all can understand each other. You had the appearance requirement.
Yeah, like don't hate your mom. You gotta
No, not that. You said something, he has to look really good, right? You want the guy that looks really good?
Just handsome. Just don't be ugly.
Okay.
What the hell is that? It's like, don't be ugly. Okay, great. So specific.
Well.
And that's what I'm saying. If don't nobody like you, you're probably ugly. Like I want you to.
Well, do people like you, Kirby?
Yes.
But what's wrong with those options?
What's wrong with those options? Well, married men like me. I don't like that. Ugly men like me. I don't like that. Cheaters like me a lot.
Kirby, the word ugly is so harsh. Let me ask this. How do you know that the man that...
Which is so... this is... You know what, sometimes, right? That's sometimes, right? I had a commenter, right? In my video saying I'm way too nice on these women, right? Saying that these women are average when I should be more blunt. And sometimes I guess I'm trying to skirt the line where I'm not trying to women bash, right? I'm just not trying to women bash. But to say these ugly men, all this stuff, when in all honesty, this woman is it's like a 3, in my opinion, right? Her face is like a 3. Her body, probably a 3 as well, right? Chunky in all the places. It's like, I mean, I try my best not to just women bash. But it's like to just, I really hate the whole calling men ugly thing. I really do, because it's absolutely just disrespectful and disgusting. And it just shows how entitled you are to deem all these men ugly. When you honestly look in the mirror, that ugly men want you, cheaters want you, married men want you, not the men that you want you. This is a thing where, in all honesty, women are the ones who need humility the most, right? How the whole movement, the whole trend of calling women 10s is so disgusting, in my opinion. because in my opinion, that just builds cockiness in women. It just builds like such inflated egos, such high entitlement. It's just ridiculous. I mean, yo, Blue. I mean, this is the thing, right? I really try my best, right, as a content creator, just not base my content on women bashing. But a lot of times, the shit women say about men is just. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. The things women say about men, it just makes me like, I should not hold back, but it's like, I'm trying, right? I'm trying my best to be more upstanding, but it's like, it's just unbelievable. The entitlement to call men ugly when you are below mid.
You pretty much might like doesn't look at you as ugly.
Emotionally unavailable men like me, because I do get handsome men
But
also.
hear me out, because you called a group of men ugly, and you say don't be ugly. So how do you know?
I mean, she's below average in my opinion. She's
that the man that you want doesn't look at you and say she's ugly to me?
Then we're probably not compatible.
I just think ugly is a very harsh word, and I think we have to.
It is. I know, and that's why, Kendra. That's why I said, as long as other women like you, if you know that you get other women to like you, then you're probably a handsome man. Ugly is not a nice word.
Pursue you yet?
Say that again.
Has that man tried to pursue you?
Yes. But as far as handsome men, yes. As far as men that are my type, yes. But
So
usually,
why are you here? Why are you not with that man?
because they are emotionally unavailable. Because these unfortunately are the men who can get everybody. So they're dating everybody.
What the hell's wrong with her? No, duh. You want men that's like highly desirable by other women. Yet you complain that he's highly desirable by other women. It's like, seriously, women, it's like, you want men that are highly desirable by other women. Other women want the men that you want. You are here complaining that he's not faithful, that other women wants him, and he's like, oh my God, do you not understand? That is the situation you're asking for. Absolutely, her brain is a shoe. Literally mush.
So maybe you need to focus on character instead of
Yes, for sure. That's why I started. You asked the question of what do I want them to look like? That is, if I could, that's what I want them to look like. But first is character. Somebody who's kind, someone who knows how to treat a woman, someone who's funny, someone who has a good personality. Yes, those are number ones for sure. However, please have good teeth. Please have white eyes. Those are the things.
Okay. All right, Kirby. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
Of course I am. Why do people I have a problem with this. Cousins.
I have a problem with this too. It's like, absolutely, women are so I'm sorry. It's like women seem to not listen to the things they say. Right? They seem to not listen to the things they say. Because again, you just adding standards upon standards upon standards. So at the end of the day, you want a perfect man. And then you wonder why you're single. Right? This is why I'm saying, when you get to this age and this mindset of wanting such a perfect man, please just stay single. Please just stay single, because you are a headache. This, right? This mindset would not bring men peace. Right? If you're so intertwined with, he needs to look a certain way, but he needs to have a certain character. Really, it's like, stop expecting perfection. Okay? Ugh, women are crazy. It's tiring. Yeah, I mean, it's like she never grew up thinking about the dreams, right? Thinking a man is a dream, thinking about the prince being absolutely perfect. It's just like, here's the thing, right? You're 40. In real life, just find a man with character, with morality. Find a man that's stable with a job, right? Find a man that's an adult and takes care of his adult responsibilities. Okay? That he looks okay. He's mid, just like you. You are nothing. Like, seriously, this is a problem. This is the problem with a lot of average to below average women. They think that they're so much better than the men around them. That's the problem. So many women think that they're so much better than the men around them because they're hit on constantly. Women have to understand, right? Men are idiots. Men are idiots. They're simple idiots because you know why? Because they will hit on you. They will go the extra mile. They put so much effort. They will do everything just so they can have sex. And once they have sex, they're done. Right? I mean, I've seen it. Men will pay thousands. Men will pay thousands. Men will put so much effort. Men will wine and dine you. Men will say so much shit just so they can have sex with you, and then they're done. So really, that should not inflate your ego because men just want to have sex. Even though men put so much effort in, but at the end of the day, these men just want to have sex. That should not inflate your ego. Because all men want to have sex with women. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Alright, I got some TikTok videos clips as usual. So let's react to them. Let's have some fun and react to some delusional women, right? Some crazy women or some interesting women takes, right? All right, let's check this one out.
So, genuine question. A girlfriend and I were having a conversation about how women dress and about how you dress depends on the kind of guy you attract. And I told her, and this is like my comfort, like I'm comfortable as a woman, I'm comfortable dressing in like business casual, but like sexy business casual, where you could still see like, okay, she's got a cute shape, but I'm not showing everything off to the world. That's my personal style, and I love it. Like, I feel so sexy, I feel confident, I feel beautiful, right? I know other people, they just dress in baggy clothes. They don't like to show their body off at all. They have great bodies, but they just like to wear baggy clothes because that's their personal style. That's what they like. On the flip, I know people who wear like spandex every day, like tight ass clothes every single day because that's what they feel sexy and confident in, right? So we were having this conversation and I was like, no, I like to dress like this. This is where I feel most confident, but I feel like because I dress like this, I'm going to attract a certain kind of guy. Don't get me wrong and don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying I only dress like this to get a guy. I dress like this because I like it and I'm comfortable in it and I feel sexy. My type is sexy. But I feel like because I dress this way, I'm going to attract a certain kind of man. Not saying that there are not men out there that just objectify women no matter what she's wearing. Yeah, we know that. But I don't know. Is my thinking outdated? Like, in my opinion, I feel like there's going to be a certain number of men that I don't attract because I don't appeal to their brain, a certain part of their brain that makes them get excited. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong in this thinking. You guys tell me what you think. What is your thought?
Yeah, let me preface this, right? A lot of videos, I don't watch it beforehand because I want to react to it live while I'm watching with you guys. So this video ain't that interesting, right? It ain't that interesting. But let's say, right? Remember, I mean, my 2 cents. To be honest, how women dress, it does play a role, right? But in my opinion, there's kind of levels to it, right? It's usually skimpy or not skimpy, in my opinion. So, to be honest, you dress skimpy, yeah, you're gonna definitely attract a certain man. Would it mean that you don't attract good guys? No, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that. When you're dressing like baggy clothes or not business casual, whatever, not skimpy, would that attract certain men? Yes. But would that still not attract, you know, men that just want to use you for your body? It's this is the thing, yeah. It's more about balance of probability, right? Yes, if you dress skimpy, what are the odds that you attract more of the men that just want you for your body? Yeah, that probably be more, right? But to be honest, this is something that women need to get really through their head. Stop with the idea of objectification. Men love beautiful women, period. Okay, and one of the first key indicators of a beautiful woman is her face. Okay, this woman has a nice looking face, so she could dress in baggy ass clothes, baggy clothes, right? Show practically no figure. Men will still hit it on her. Men will still want to talk to her. She has a cute face, right? She has a good looking face. So this is the thing where women have to understand. It's like sometimes it amazes me that women, the whole debate with women aging, right? The whole talk about beauty. That's I've said this before too. One of the few things you get from a woman, right, is her beauty, her youth, as in time, right? Time with her, and her body. Right? That's the thing she gives you. She's not paying for your she's not paying your rent, she's not paying for your date, right? She's not educating you in any kind of way. So really her education, her degree means nothing. Her money means nothing, i.e. her career means nothing. I mean, as in it's not going to add to the value of her in the dating market, right? It's not going to really add to her value in the dating market. Not if maybe not, but not by much. If anything, okay. I mean, her money will show you that hopefully she's not a leech, right? Hopefully she's not draining you of money. But we know even girls with money would take your money. So, but those are things where it doesn't add, but it doesn't necessarily subtract, right? But here's the thing: where what actually matters is the three things I said. Okay, your looks, right? Essentially, your looks, your youth, your body, because those are the things women give to men in the sense that looking pretty is very visually appealing. Time with her, being with her, it's kind of her youth, her life, I guess, and her body. No duh, right? Those get men wanting to talk to you, right? Wanting to be with you. Now, to keep men is different. That's personality, in my opinion. That's how you treat a man. That's how you interact with a man. Inside your mindset. So those are the things. Clothing wise, to be honest, like women gotta understand. Men just like if you have a pretty face, you're good to go. If you have a pretty face, you're good to go for majority of men. If you're just a woman, you're also good to go for a lot of men. So clothing, I mean, it helps in a certain way where it doesn't attract the majority of a certain type of men, right? Because if you're in a burqa, I think that's how you say it, a burqa, you're not gonna attract the men that's like constant. That you're not gonna attract a whole lot of men that just wants to use you. So
process. My previous post, I asked, like, do you feel like what a woman wears has to do with the kind of guy she attracts? I feel like it does. I really feel like it does. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, it's not like completely off because women dressing nice is a good thing. I'm more fit like if she's skimpy or if she's not. But if she's fashionably intelligent or she's really good with fashion, I mean that helps too. So I mean, clothing for everybody, it's part of the looks, right? Part of our looks. So it does attract certain people. So I don't know. I think the whole this ain't that great of a topic. So it is what it is. But I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, it's not a bad thing. It's not that special of a topic. It's sometimes I wish I vet more, but I try to I want to react to these certain videos live with you, but you know, it is what it is. So, but hey, what do you guys think? Okay, so this I watched a little bit, so I think it will be a really interesting conversation. So let's check this one out.
Are there any other single women who feel kind of crazy when you get on TikTok and you see men posting videos about, I can't find a good woman, dating is so hard, it's hard to find, you know, the right girl? It makes me feel like I'm on another planet. Because how are you as a man having a hard time finding a great woman in this dating culture that we're in? I can't comprehend that. If I think about my friends, off the top of my head, I can think of 4 friends right now who are also single, who are amazing women. Beautiful, smart, funny, fun, exciting, like cool people that I would recommend a single guy. If a single guy came to me and was like, oh, I can't find a good woman, I'd be like, oh my gosh, here's a list. And then on the other hand, if you ask a guy like, oh, do you have any single friends? He'd be like, oh no, you don't want to date my friends. Not my friends. And it's like, well, yes, exactly. There really are not any options. You're friends with this guy and you wouldn't even recommend him. And yet I'm supposed to be out here on these streets, like sifting through all of these men that no man would recommend. It's just the proportions are so off. There are so many amazing women, and I can't comprehend a single man complaining about this particular dating culture that we're in. Like, what's not clicking? What do you need? What more do you need? You have everything. You have everyone. Women are smarter than we've ever been. We're more educated than we've ever been. We have more money than we've ever had. There's beautyflation. We're more beautiful than we've ever been on planet Earth. And you're having a hard time? Honestly, maybe that's the problem, is that we are so great that they just can't live up to it. They can't match it. They don't meet our standards. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't. Are there any other single women?
They don't meet your standards. I'm going to talk about it again. You wonder why her guy friend wouldn't recommend any friends to her. And this is the thing. This is the thing where women are so, honestly, women are so delusional. The entitlement, the ego in this, the pure narcissism. It's like you go beyond confidence to absolutely egotistical. Okay? And the difference between men complaining, let's say this. Yeah, men complain. Men complain about the dating market. But here's the thing. Men have to be the pursuer. Right? Men have to be the pursuer. Pursuing women that, you know what? He doesn't even know what her standards are. He doesn't know what she wants. Because again, this is just looks alone. Just looks alone. From dating statistics, women find most men unattractive, right? 80% of women find 80% of men unattractive. So no matter how beautiful you are, when in your mind, practically most men are ugly in your brain, no duh, men will complain. No duh, men will complain, because again, every woman find practically most men unattractive. It's just like men are just not attractive to women nowadays. So really, no duh, men will complain. And here's the thing. Average men, most men, majority of men make 50 to 60, maybe even 70K a lifetime, okay? Most men make an average earning, okay, of through that bracket. And yet most women, okay, no matter, to be honest, no matter what tax bracket a woman falls, most women are always asking for 6-figure men. Right? Oh, practically always asking. And if they're not asking for, oh, I need a man to be so ambitious. I need a man to be a go-getter. Things like words to pretty much say that, you know what, if he's not six figures now, he will eventually be. He's working to become six figures. Most men don't become six figures throughout their life, right? Most men will die in the 5 figures. That's plain and simple, right? This is the thing with women. It's women that's making it hard for everyone, right? They make it hard for themselves. They make it hard for men. These expectations, yes, women are doing better than ever. So because women are making their own money, which is pretty much average money, right? They're making about this, comparative to men. Yet, because they're making money, they expect most men that they want to make more than them, to compensate for them. And most women want good-looking men, right? Like the Kendra G show. Like the woman said, she wants the man that most women want. And I guarantee you, that ain't a lie. That ain't what is it? What was the word? It's not like a unicorn kind of mindset. It's not. Very common. Very common. Okay? And here's also the thing. Women want socially calibrated men. Men that has charm. I.e. men good with women. Right? Men that are, highly desired by women. So this is the thing where, no duh, most men will complain. Because honestly, in my opinion, most men, they're not like that. Because most men aren't that good with women. I'm saying I definitely ain't, right? I'm not charming. I'm not really smooth with my words. I'm shitty with it, right? That's why I don't really hit on women. I don't, because I can't think of a pick a line. I can't, smooth talk any woman. So this is ridiculous. Let's break it down.
Who feel kind of crazy when you get on TikTok and you see men posting videos about, I can't find a good woman, dating is so hard, it's hard to find, the right girl. It makes me feel like I'm on another planet, because
you are, because you don't understand men. You don't. You really women put zero brain cells in understanding men. Especially, they don't care about men's hardships. They don't care about men's point of views. They don't. Because it is hard. It is very hard to find women, good women. Okay? It's very hard to find, let alone to find women that want you, let alone good women. It's like, this is the dilemma of being the pursuer, right? The man that asks a woman out. Your success rate is closer to 0 than it is to 100%. Much closer to 0.
How are you as a man having a hard time finding a great woman in this dating culture that we're in? I can't comprehend that.
Women aren't saying yes to every single man. Women, this is the thing, right? There are enough women for every single man on this earth. Not every single woman is going to say yes to every single man. So your logic is idiotic at best. But here's the thing. Even if you force women, right, they still wouldn't do it, right? Even if it's like, even with the odds that there are a man for every single woman, she still wouldn't say no, because women have criteria, standards, expectations, their wants, their desires. There's so much that goes into it. Don't matter about this. Like, this is the thing, right? This woman is like kind of idiotic, because even dating statistics have shown how 80% of women predominantly go for the 20%, the top 20% of men. Okay, even the dating apps have shown you, right, a kind of a clear representation of how women think in the dating market. Women with all these options, right, all these options of men, women still decline so many men and swipe on the top percent of men, the men that are highly desirable, highly desired by many women. So really, that's why, honestly, I said this at the beginning, okay? All right, I said at the beginning of the stream. Women put no thought when it comes to dating. No thought. When it comes to dating, when it comes to men. They put so much effort when it comes to education, when it comes to career. They put so much thought, so much effort, so much time into those two, but they put zero, either almost zero or exactly zero thought, effort, time when it comes to men and dating. Zero.
If I think about my friends, off the top of my head, I can think of 4 friends right now who are also single, who are amazing women. Beautiful, smart, funny, fun, exciting, like cool people that I would recommend a single guy.
It's like women are so delusional in this sense where, are you going to date her? Are you dating her? Because this is the thing where how women treat friendship and how they treat their man is worlds apart. It's really worlds apart. Okay? Are you funny? Did all your exes find you funny? Beautiful. I mean, she's good looking, so I wouldn't be surprised that her friends are good looking, but it's like smart. It's like great that you find these women so amazing. Okay? But you're not the one dating them. Right? You're not the one dating them. So your thoughts about them, it don't mean a whole lot. Right? It don't mean a whole lot. Because the dating market, reality will show you what these women stand. If they were really funny, if they were really beautiful, if they were really smart, all this stuff, reality will show you if it's true or not.
If a single guy came to me and was like, oh, I can't find a good woman, I'd be like, oh my gosh, here's a list. And then on the other hand, if you ask a guy, like, oh, do you have any single friends? He'd be like, oh, no, you don't want to date my friends. Not my friends. And it's like...
And do you ever wonder why? Because you think, oh, because you don't want to date my friends because you think that they're not that good? Or how about because your standards are too high, right? These men won't meet your standards, right? You are difficult. I mean, surprised women don't even think about that, right? They don't think about, you know what? You are the problem, okay? Because the men that I know won't meet your high-ass delusional standards, okay? What you think, what you want in a man, these men won't meet it. Don't mean that these men aren't good men, right? It don't mean that. It means that what type of women you are, these men will have a hard time being with you. These men will have a hard time getting with you. Yeah, like, because this is the thing. If women never always think about they're so amazing. They're so amazing. Because she said in the end, right, how amazing she is. So really, with your ego so high, you think that any man, to be honest, any man would introduce you to other people because you have such a big ego. No man will ever stand it. No man will ever deal with it.
Well, yes, exactly. There really are not any options. You're friends with this guy and you wouldn't even recommend him. And yet I
wouldn't recommend him because you think that there's no options, right? You think this is the thing where there are millions, billions of men, right? There are. But this is the thing with women. Just like Kendra G show, just like we've done this countless times. There are men out there. The problem is women want perfection. Tall, good looking, good body, right? Good D. Money on point or beyond point, right? Charming, faithful, right? Monogamous mindset, wants to marry. Like, you have all these expectations. I'm sorry, not enough men can meet these expectations of women. Not enough, if any, right? If any man can meet them. So really, it's like, no, duh, he can't recommend any man to you. It's like women, like their ego matches their requirements, their standards.
supposed to be out here on these streets, like, sifting through all of these men that no man would recommend. It's just the proportions are so off. There are so...
Because you gotta think, you are hard to deal with. No man meets your insane standards.
So many amazing women, and I can't comprehend a single
it don't matter how amazing she is when she sees no man that's on her level, right? She sees no man amazing for her, okay? She sees no man good enough for her. Because this is the thing. Honestly, the whole women calling their exes, their men narcissists, in my opinion, is insane. Insane. Because I think most women, they suffer from narcissism.
Man complaining about this particular dating culture that we're in. Like, what do you, what's not clicking? What do you need? What more do you need? You have everything. You have everyone. Women are smarter than we've ever
You don't. It's like absolute delusion.
been. We're more educated than we've ever been. We have more money than we've ever had. There's beauty.
And yet, you know what? You require men with either equal or more education than you. You require men with equal to more money than you. I mean, you require men that looks just as good or better looking than you. It's like, how many women just calls men ugly?
Inflation, we're more beautiful than we've ever been on planet Earth, and you're having a hard time. Honestly, maybe that's the problem, is that we are so great that they just can't live up to it. They can't match it. They don't meet our standards. I don't know what the problem is.
She said it, right? These men just can't meet women's standards. So really, can you be more surprised that men complain rather than women complain? Right? I mean, no man can meet your standards. So really, it's like, that's why it's like, because you're the ones who dictate your standards, and you pretty much, and these women aren't virgins, right? These women aren't virgins. So he dealt with plenty of men, yet no man can meet your standards.
I really don't. Are there any other single women who
That Blue, that is, that is depressing. That is, I hate that the most, right? I hate that the most when men put so much effort and women downplays men so much. I really hate it, right? Men do so much for women, and all I hear is women shitting on men, right? Women putting down men. It's really tiring. It is. This is why I will forever support good men, because good men, right, are so undervalued in this society. They are, and it's really tiring how little value people put on good men. Because men that try their best for the people they love, for the people around them, it's disgusting. And women like this, right? How their standards are so high, and yet they always get with the shitty ass men. Right? Standards so high that you constantly get with shitty men. You don't value morality. You don't value effort. You don't value a man that has character, has principles, that has boundaries, that would respect and love women. You don't. Women don't value that, and it's really sad. It is. Tired of that. All right, what do you guys think of that? Here's a long video, right? I only heard the first few seconds, so hopefully it's good. But it's a decently long video, so let's react to it. We could either cry about it or giggle. Glenn, exactly. We could either cry about it or get over the fact that they will never understand our sacrifice or suffer when it comes to what we do to show them we love them. True, right? To be honest, this is the thing where I'm not talking about crying about it, right? I'm not talking about crying about it. Where in the sense that I built this channel for men, right? Good men to share, right? This is when you cry about it, this is you do with your boys, right? You do with your brothers, right? When you talk, when you share your emotions, you share your feelings, you share your problems, right here. This is where you do it with your brothers right here. I consider every man that follows me a brother. I do. I consider a brother. You can talk to me about your problems. I ain't gonna put you down for that, right? I will support you. I will cheer for you. I will be there, right? That's how I view it. But to the world, we suck it up. We suck it up. We have to suck it up. We have to persevere and keep on trying to be the best version of ourselves, right? That is the struggle and the life of men, right? We can't cry about it. We can't live in we can't wallow in our depression or sadness, whatever. We can't do that. We have to constantly perform. Men have to constantly perform, or you get nowhere in life. That's how it is, right? That is how it is for men. So, yeah, that's the life of men. But completely right, Glenn. 100% agree. But I hope the men that follows this channel, that joins the live, and see this like this right here. I hope that you can use this channel, use the lives, use the chance where talk. I love men sharing their feelings, sharing their point of views, sharing their life, right? This is where I hope I build a community where we are not ridiculing each other. We're not putting each other down. We're supporting the struggles of good men, right? We're supporting the struggles. We're just supporting each other. So, we're talking about our problems. Yeah. Why can't we talk about problems? Why can't we talk about our views? But we're also supporting each other. Then we drain all of our emotions into the channel, right? Into the live, and then boom, we perform the next day, right? We continue to perform. We continue to, try to be the best version of ourselves. So that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, this is a kind of decently long video. So let's react to this one.
Okay, as someone who has literally been in 3 relationships and all 3 were really bad, I've been really working on myself, and in reality, sure, maybe they did me wrong, whatever, but that's 3 guys and I'm the common person with all 3. So obviously I'm doing stuff to attract that type of a person, or I'm allowing certain behavior. And I'm learning different things to do to stop that.
Here's the thing. I've said this before. Women are terrible at vetting men. Women are terrible at vetting men. Wonder why, right? And this is my own opinion. Right? This is my personal opinion. Why? And this is probably not necessarily true in a sense, but why do men date younger women? Of course, it's for the beauty. It's whatever. But in one of my opinion, deep down subconsciously, in my opinion, it's that hopefully, right? Balance of probability. You're dealing with a woman that has less trauma. Yo, Skull! Bro, I love you, bro. Always coming in and, showing your love. I just love that you come by, right? Thank you, bro. So, yes, this is the thing where why do men go for younger women? It's just balance of probability, hoping that you're dealing with a woman that's not traumatized. Because here's the thing, women, I've said this too, where as women age, why do they become red flags? Because they make bad life choices. Trauma for men and trauma for women are 2 different things. In my opinion, men need trauma. Men need trauma to build themselves. They need to go through the hardship. Men need to go through the hardship of life to become the best version of themselves. To become to become wiser. I think men are better at gaining wisdom than women. To learn perseverance, to learn what they want and what they don't want. to just become stronger men. Now, trauma for women, in my opinion, makes them worse to be with. Right? Their trauma, they gain walls. They become more grizzled, more aggressive, more the strength of women. Sometimes it's very annoying to be with. Right? It just makes them. It gives them kind of a bad character. Makes them really bitter, really annoying to be around. So trauma for women is not that great. And I said this: women are terrible at picking. Yeah, yes, I think trauma makes strong men, right? So I'm not advocating for trauma, but I think life experience for men is better. Life experience for women makes them just hard to be with, right? Makes women hard to be with, because women constantly pick these terrible men, and then when they meet the good man, they will only be bitter to him, aggressive, combative. Just not a good thing.
Let me give some examples. So I, don't ever hang out with guys one-on-one unless I am like on a date with them. I don't hang out with guys anymore because...
True. I agree with Glenn. I mean, I'm using trauma in the sense, but I mean, I agree it's more adversity and conflict, right? Just trying to persevere over things. But I mean, essentially you could call it trauma, but I do agree with those words better.
Because it's kind of like the easy route for them to basically date me without trying. That's one thing I feel like has really put me in a lot of situations where I could have prevented. I will hang out in groups with guys, or I'll be on a date with them, but I do not hang out with guys one-on-one unless it's one of those two things. Also, it will help weed out guys that are not actually interested in you. So that's been like the first thing. Also, it just kind of helps protect you and that other person, because then there's no like, misunderstanding, or maybe one person thought it was more than what it was, whatever. Another thing is I'm a big jokester person. Like, I think everything is funny. Like, nothing's really that serious. But something that I've really drawn a line for is when people make jokes at my appearance. I do not take that lightly. I was in a relationship where all he did, because he did start out doing this when we were talking, when we were friends. Like, he'd make jokes about how I was so skinny and like make fun of like how I have no butt, or how I'm, annoying. I was just different jokes about me as a person. And I just like laughed it off because, I didn't want to be uptight and be sensitive. Like, I wanted to be cool or whatever. So now if someone does that to me, makes a joke at anything like that, I'm like, nope. Like, I don't think that's funny anymore. Like, you're making a joke, but really you're demeaning me as a person, and like, it's not cool. So my advice to someone who does that, maybe your intention is not to make them feel small, but it like kind of does. Like, I allowed very small comments about my body, like jokes, and it turned into all he did was in front of people to like make fun of my body, and like it just was very degrading. Like, it sucked, and it like hurts your confidence, because then you're just like insecure about your body. Like,
here's the thing, right? Women do things to show men that it is okay to be a red flag. Because I've heard this kind of thing before, right? Demeaning women. Like, I've heard this, I guess, tactic where, let's say the players, right? The bad boys, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, right? These terrible men that get women, okay? They have a tactic to demean women, right? Chop at her confidence, her self-confidence. Like manipulate women, right? Manipulate women to be the type of woman that will stay with this man, go for this man. Because here's the thing. She went with that man. She stayed with that man. It's like, this is the thing is women that, it's hard for you to counteract toxicity when you go for it, right? It's hard to be an advocate for against toxicity, right? Yet when you go for those type of men, this is how I'm saying, like, women, oh, I hate manipulative men, yet you date them, right? I hate liars, cheaters, yet you date them. That's the thing where I can never understand, where it's like, are you kind of stupid? Because if you take a step back, look outside of a relationship, that man is bashing that woman's looks. Is that something you should go for? No, obviously not. Yet, when it comes to picking the man that women want, they will ignore red flags. Obviously, I can never understand, right? Oh, I want to, we need to gain experience. Really? Did you really need to gain that kind of experience? Did you need to date a man that bashes your looks to now know that, you know what, I should not date a man that bashes my looks? This is why I said women do not gain wisdom. They don't. And this is why I said, honestly, women don't put a whole lot of effort when it comes to men and dating. They don't. Because it is absolutely asinine to ever think that, you know what, a man that bashes your looks, you need to date him to know that you don't want him, right? It's completely asinine to think that, you know what, you need to date a type of man that would cheat on you to know that you don't want him, right? You need to date a man like that so you don't want them. Completely asinine to me. And you know what, this is the thing, right, Glenn? Because women create these men, right? I've seen these things, right? Because he said this, women want the man that every other guy wants to be like. But this is the thing. I've seen it. I've seen the toxic ass men, right? I've seen these men that get so many girls. As shady as it sounds, right? I know I have a friend. He probably has a body count of in the hundreds, right? Right? And I've known that he's cheated on his girl. Right? I've known that. But we're not like close friends anymore. But I know that he has a girl. I don't. Right? So in my view, like, do I want to be like him? He's succeeding while I'm not. So this is the thing where women create the men that other men want to be. Women do. Because women want these men. Right? Women want the toxic men. So I've seen this clip where this video where a man said that, he had a hard time with women until he turned himself into an asshole. He had a hard time with women until he turned himself into an asshole. Then he started to attract more women. And most men know this know this kind of thing often, right? We see it. We see the players, the pookies, aren't synonymous for no reason.
I think guys too, unintentionally or intentionally, kind of test your boundaries and like, I think it's like respecting, like seeing how high or low you think of yourself and what you'll allow. And, maybe some guys don't want to put in more effort than they have to. So another thing is, do not pursue the guy first. You can, I don't know, like one time, if you wanted to kind of like flirt with them or like not shoot your shot because it's different, but like insinuate or like flirt, just something to make them know that you're interested. I think that's totally fine. Like I'll do that, but one time, that's all that I'll do, because if a guy genuinely likes you, he'll put in the effort and like he'll make it very obvious that he is interested in you. I feel like I've been getting better about not being attracted to guys that are not like interested in me, obviously, but I find myself more asking myself questions like, why am I attracted to this person when they're actually treating me really bad? And if they were interested in me, they would give me the time of day or, act like they cared about what I was saying. So yeah, I think just.
You know what I think is funny? That if all women start changing to become the pursuers, only a certain type of man will definitely get more from women, right? You've seen dating apps, right? Dating apps where, like I said, 80% of women go for the top 20% of men. This is why women hold back on pursuing, because most women will all go for the same type of man. But this is the thing. To be honest, is like I've been more of an advocate that men should stop pursuing. That women should take the role, right? Women should be the pursuers, because again, men don't know what you want, right? Men don't even know if you're interested. So really, honestly, save everyone time. Just pursue the man, right? Go for the man you want. Save everyone the headache. Because this is the thing where, to be honest, women nowadays makes dating really tedious, right? They really do. They make things tedious. They make things hard. I'm in all support of women. Just go after the men that you want, right? And it will tell men that, you know what, you don't want them. Make it easier.
Genuinely trying to dissect what about this person am I attracted to, and then hold on to that and then just move on, because it's going to be someone else, but just focus on those qualities that you found attractive. I think that's interesting to me. Believe everything as is. If they say that they talk to a lot of girls, or they make jokes about being a player, or
okay, Glenn said, I absolutely disagree with you. I would never tell men to change the roles. Men are dominant. They are supposed to be the pursuers. They are the lion. This is the thing, right? I agree. I do agree. In my opinion, right, with how culture is nowadays, being the pursuer, being dominant, it's more, to be honest, it's so, because I think men nowadays are so underappreciated. Like, you get so many women screaming assault, screaming me too, telling men don't pursue. It's to be honest, and you get so many rejection. You get so tired. I mean, yes, I agree. Men are the pursuers. Men are dominant. I agree. It's just that how the dating scene is today, I see it's not worth it. Okay, because this is the thing, right? Most women find most men creepy. It's just how it is, right? Most women find most men unattractive. So being the pursuit, and I've been there, right? I've tried to talk to women. I tried to rejection galore. But you know what? It is what it is. I know that's the life of a man, but there's a point where, I think that a lot of times we don't understand that rejection is tiring, right? It gets too tiring. And you get to a point where it gets depressing and debilitating, in my opinion. I mean, I get it. I do get it, right, Glenn? I do understand that. I don't disagree. I'm just more seeing it at the lens of how dating scene is today. That's how I see it. And honestly, women don't appreciate the pursuers anymore. They don't, right? They don't appreciate men going, having the courage to try. So I mean, Glenn, to be honest right here, when it comes to dating, that's not my focus anymore, right? My focus is really building myself financially, mentally, and physically, right? I've taken a step back about centering women, right? So I don't do the pursuing. I'm not worried about that, in my opinion. Because right now in my life, I have, to be honest, I've neglected a lot of things. So right now I'm focusing on building my empire, my finances, my life. So that's my focus. I've taken a step back. I've decentered women. That's not my main my main focus. I'm focused on building my money.
Or they say they sleep around, or they like say they're not looking for a wife, or they say they're not looking for a relationship, they're not looking for anything, believe them, because usually that's true. Like most of the time I've always been told by the guy that they're not looking for anything, and I thought that I would change their mind. Which is so stupid looking back, but in the moment you think, no, like they're just saying that like to not put pressure on anything. No, like most of the time they actually mean that. Most of the time they're probably just looking for like, who knows? But listen, when they say something, listen. And again, these are just things that
I do like to say what she just said. I think that's indicative of a lot of women going for men that they want to change. It's like, this is the problem with a lot of women where like, stop wanting to change men. What you see is what you're getting, right? How he is, how he acts, his personality, whatever. What you see is what you get. Stop thinking that, oh, I want him to change. I believe he will change. All this stuff, not worth it. Stop thinking like that.
personally didn't do or listen to previously, and I'm just trying to be better, and hopefully you learn something. Last thing that really helps me when I'm talking to someone and they're not interested in me, or they don't like me, or whatever, that's totally okay. And honestly, that comes from like a self-worth thing that I'm working on. And also, like, I'm a Christian, so I believe that God has the perfect person for me, and if who I'm talking to is not interested, then that is actually great, because that means I'm gonna find even better than them. And I think, like, if you can't have confidence in yourself, like, have confidence in like God, because he knows exactly what you need. And if it wasn't going to work out in the future, then you want to save yourself from hurt and move on. So yeah, hopefully this helped, but anyways.
You know, I mean, this is the thing with some of women that have a string of failures and giving advice, kind of weak. But I mean, certain things that I do agree with, right? Stop wanting to change men. My point is the weakness of like believing God will drop a man down in your lap is honestly ridiculous, right? To be honest, one of the things I think women lack is putting effort in the dating market, right? Putting effort in the dating market, vetting men properly, and being attracted to, in my opinion, the correct standards, the correct attributes or whatever, right? You should be more attracted to a man's character, to a man's personality than his looks. I mean, do looks don't matter at all? No, but I mean, it shouldn't be the top priority, in my opinion, right? But you know, what do you guys think? Yo, Glenn, to be honest, I have been focused on myself, building myself as a better man, right? I've been really putting in time with finances, putting in time with a whole lot of areas, right? This is not like a one-off shoot, right? I mean, I'm just talking about past experiences or, past ideology. So, I'm constantly, focusing on building myself, focus on building my mindset, my finances. So I'm on my journey, right? And I'm big supporter of all men, all good men being the best version of yourself. No. Yo, Skull, it's all good, right? I'm glad you even have me in the background. I'm good. You don't need to constantly say something. I'm good that you even checking my live out. So I love you, bro. I do. I do. All right, here's another interesting one. So let's check this one out.
How many exes do we actually have to experience before we're ready to meet the one? The answer is three. Three types of exes. The first ex is that puppy love, your first crush, the one that you gave all of your heart because you had never experienced a broken heart before. The second type of ex is the bad boy, the one that's really naughty, the one that you know you're having fun staying up all night, but you could never marry them because they're completely irresponsible and not holding themselves accountable. And the third ex is the healthy one. So you're thinking, why not marry the healthy one? Because I want you to be able to experience relationships where you're comparing them to the healthy ex and not the bad boy ex or the first innocent love ex, because that's when you'll gain your standards of knowing that you are a 10 out of 10 and that you deserve a 10 out of 10 life and that you deserve a 10 out of 10 relationship. But if you're always going to compare your relationships compared to the ex of the bad boy or the innocent love, then they're all going to seem like Prince Charming. But the truth is I want you to compare all your future relationships to your first healthy relationship, because that's when you know your standards have really gone up. How many exes do we actually have to experience before?
Absolutely ridiculous. But before I talk to that, Skull, about a Discord, right? I do want to do one. I really do want to make Skull, you are such a great supporter. I just added you as a moderator, right? But here's the thing, right? I do want to build this community, right? A Discord and all that stuff. Right now, it's a small community. Yo, I'm thinking about it in the future, right? When we build this, when this grows more, I want to have a Discord, have all this stuff, right? I definitely want to, right? I really want to build this community better and better, right? I really do. So that's definitely down the road. So this clip is disgusting. This is disgusting, right? Here's an older woman terribly guiding younger women. What you are essentially telling women, go have trauma. I get it, Skull. Go have trauma. Go get your heart broken. Go let men use you. Absolutely ridiculous. You do not need to have 3 exes. You don't. Pick the right man. Pick the right man. Pick know the correct qualities. You don't need to deal. This is the thing. You don't need to deal with a bad boy to know you don't want a bad boy. You don't. He's a bad boy for a reason. You don't need to deal with a man that would cheat on you to know that you don't want to deal with a man that would cheat on you. Okay? You don't. This is what I'm saying. Like, and she's a life coach. A life coach. This is honestly why women don't gain wisdom with age. They don't. And they are so, it's disgusting in my opinion, right? It's really disgusting. It's tiring that these are the women that are talking to younger women. Absolutely disgusting.
Well, we're ready to meet the one. The answer is 3. 3 types of exes. The first ex is that puppy love, your first crush, the one that you gave all of your heart because you had never experienced a broken heart before. The second type of ex.
You don't need to experience a broken heart. This is like women, this is a problem. Women advocating for trauma, right? Women are absolutely ridiculous, thinking that, you know what? Hey, gain trauma. That's good for you, right? Build walls. That's good for you. No, your first love could and should be for the rest of your life. I mean, it could be. Plenty of people, right? The first person they've been with is the last person they've been with. Plenty of. Okay? The problem is, you know what? Actual good advice is like, you know what? Vet men properly. Do it at a young age. Vet him properly, right? What kind of qualities does he have? What kind of future does he want to take, right? What's his thoughts on monogamy? Like, vet them properly.
is the bad boy, the one that's really naughty, the one that you know you're having fun staying up all night, but you could never marry them because they're completely irresponsible and not holding themselves accountable. And
then why would you date them? You don't have to. It's like women, I'm sorry, women are so idiotic. It's like, you know what? You need your heart broken so you know that you don't want your heart broken. You need to go with a man that you know it's irresponsible, that won't commit to you. So you know you don't want that man. Seriously, use common sense. Use your brain. You should not want that man. And this is the coach, right? This is the vice. Absolutely. It's like this is what makes bitter old women. Okay? This is what makes bitter old women. Because going through all these men does not make you a better woman. Okay? Going through all these trauma does not make you a better woman. It does not. Trauma, conflict, adversity, it doesn't make you a better woman. It doesn't make you a better woman for your partner. Great. It makes you maybe a stronger person, but really, you don't need to be. Right? You don't need to be like strong. You don't need to be dominant. You don't need to persevere through adversity. Because again, that will just chip away at your femininity. Right? It will chip away at your, to be honest, your innocence. It will just make you bitter, make you aggressive, give you attitude. It's just build walls around your heart, make you distrusting. It's not a good thing. Yet this is the disgustingness that women say to each other. Older women are not qualified to teach younger women.
the third X is the healthy one. So you're thinking, why not marry the healthy one? Because I want you to be able to experience relationships where you're comparing them to the healthy X and not the bad boy X.
So you need to have a healthy relationship, break up with him, so you can go to another relationship and have a comparison. Right? The mindset of a high body count woman. So you can compare men. The mindset of a high body count woman, right? The mindset of an old, bitter woman. The mindset of a woman that has no wisdom in between her head. You need to get a healthy relationship, right? Be in a healthy relationship, supposedly a man you love, leave him, so then you have something to compare to the next relationship. And then what if the next relationship don't work? So now you gotta go to the next one. So you compare more to the healthy one. So what if that don't work? So now you gotta continue on this cycle of, you know what? Possibly not finding a good relationship. Because hell, you just broke up with a good man anyway. So now you have ability to compare with. Really, that math is idiotic. And this is what this woman can spew out of her freaking mouth. Break up, right? Leave a healthy relationship. A man that you love, a healthy relationship, a man that treats you right. So you have a comparison. Why the F do you need to compare? Why? Why must you compare? This is a problem, right, with a lot of women. They need to compare their lives to shit, right? They see things online. Right? Oh, you know what? I need to compare my life to that woman's life. I need to compare my life to that other woman's life. I need to compare my life to this, to that, to that, to that. This mindset builds, greener, like the grass is always greener, right? Because you know what? My supposedly good relationship, maybe it's not that good. Because you know what? Comparative to that one, that looks better, right? That looks better. When you have the mindset, I need to fucking compare, you will never be satisfied. Because you're constantly comparing everything. Things have to be, it doesn't match with that one. It doesn't match with that one. Because women like this will compare, you know what? This man is not that good in bed like my bad boy ex. Stop comparing shit.
the first innocent love ex, because that's when you'll gain your standards of knowing that you are a 10 out of 10 and that you deserve a 10
out of 10? The absolute delusional, the absolute entitlement, the narcissism that this woman is spewing to other women, the absolute disgustingness that you are trying to inflate women's ego needlessly. You shouldn't inflate people's egos. The narcissism that you are trying to teach other people, that you're trying to spew, this is disgusting, absolute disgusting. And this is a woman that's a coach. It's so disgusting that this woman is coaching anybody. Absolutely disgusting. It's like, she is teaching people such an unhealthy ideology. Calling people 10, right? Perfect. Calling people perfect. Telling people you need to have 3 broken hearts. You need to been with multiple men. You need to leave healthy relationships. You need to be able to compare men, compare relationships with your past relationship, with maybe compare with other things. Continuous unhealthy ideology. And this is the problem right here. This is what women learn from.
out of 10 life and that you deserve a 10 out of 10 relationship.
10 out of 10 life, 10 out of 10 relationship. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And then you the other woman, right? That last clip. Well, not the last clip, the one before. Saying that, oh, women are now perfect. Right? Women are better than ever, smarter than ever, beautiful than ever, so amazing, right? So no wonder they have no options. This freaking delusion right here. Right? Women like this is disgusting. When you feed this delusion into other women, you are just feeding, you are just perpetuating unhealthy ideologies. Calling people perfect, saying people deserve perfection. This is why it's like, it's so disgusting, right? Nobody should expect perfection. Yo, Oren, thank you for stopping by. Nobody should expect perfection. Nobody should want perfection. Right? It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, I'm losing like a brain cell every second. Disgusting.
But if you're always going to compare your relationships compared to the ex of the bad boy or the innocent love, then they're all going to seem like Prince Charming. But the truth is I want you to compare all your future relationships to your first healthy relationship, because that's when you know your standards have really gone up. How many?
Great. Have your standards go up. Or how about stay in a healthy relationship? It's like this. Oh my God, women are so stupid. I'm sorry. Women are so,
Exes do we actually have to experience before we're ready to meet the one? The answer is 3. 3 types of exes. The first ex is that puppy love, your first crush, the one that you gave all of your heart because you had never experienced a broken heart before. The second type of ex is the bad boy, the one that's really naughty, the one that you're having fun staying up all night, but you could never marry them because they're completely irresponsible and not holding themselves accountable. And the third ex is the healthy one. So you're thinking, why not marry the healthy one? Because I want you to be able to experience relationships where you're comparing them to the healthy ex and not the bad boy ex or the first innocent love ex, because that's when you'll gain your standards of knowing that you are a 10 out of 10 and that you deserve a 10 out of 10 life and that you deserve a 10 out of 10 relationship. But if you're always going to compare your relationships compared to the ex of the bad boy or the innocent love, then they're all going to seem like Prince Charming. But the truth is I want you to compare all your future relationships to your first healthy relationship, because that's when you know your standards have really gone up. How many
to be honest, like, yeah, she's transparent in her insanity, in her delusion. This is a thing where I mean, I I can understand why I lose brain cells listening to women. Their stupidity knows no bounds. This is like absolutely. I mean, all you can do is just laugh about this shit, right? Because this is the advice women are spewing to each other. Absolutely idiotic. And this is crazy.
Need to start
What do you got?
body shaming men.
Sorry about that. Yeah, absolutely idiotic.
How many
God, she's most likely in her 50s, her late 50s. She looks it. Women are tiring. Absolutely, utterly tiring. You know, this is why I left this video towards the end, because pretty much this question, right? Why are black women are this is weird what a weird sentence, are chronically single. Okay? I think women in general are chronically single. Why? We've seen from other videos. They expect perfection and they choose terrible men. They are terrible at choosing men, terrible at vetting men. So let's hear what this woman think why women are single. Because this is the thing. Women don't put any thought into it. So they never make sense. Exactly. When you're ruled with your emotions, no accountability, no logic.
Someone asked me, why are a lot of black women single? And I would say it's three things. Number one, it might be that the woman may not want to be in a committed relationship at this moment in her life. Maybe she's been through a lot. Number two, there are women out here who they do not fit the typical beauty standard, which is considered traditionally, conventionally attractive. So if a woman does not fit that beauty standard, she has a harder time finding a match, because most of these men that I've come across, they have a preference, and you know what I mean. Number two might be that the dating pool has men that are not stable, and when we're talking financially, emotionally, they're taking on different responsibilities in several different households, so it can be very difficult to date a man who doesn't have his life together. So women are just not settling. Someone asked.
Okay. A lot of things she said was just ridiculous, incorrect. Okay, so let's break it down.
Me, why are a lot of black women single? And I would say it's three things. Number one, it might be that the woman may not want to be in a committed relationship at this moment in her life. Maybe she's been through a lot. Number two,
so she doesn't want to be in a committed relationship. She's been through a lot, i.e., she's trauma filled. She has dated a lot of men, or a good few men, where she's been traumatized, right? She's constantly, right, attracted to terrible men, and now she's been too traumatized, right, in the dating market to even go, trying to get a man, because she's now at a state where she's hard to deal with, aggressive, combative, bitter, attitude filled, walls to the sky. So yeah, no duh, she's single.
There are women out here who they do not fit the typical beauty standard, which is considered traditionally, conventionally attractive. So
that's stupid. Absolutely, utterly stupid. I've said this countless times again. That's not why women are single, okay? Because I've said this, no matter if she's old, young, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, women will have options, okay? So no shit that if you say, oh, there's no basis that she fits conventional attractionness, because there's men out there that would want to be with you, i.e., you don't want these men. So that is why you're single. Not because you are not attractive, okay? Because women, even if they're fat, they will have this woman, like Smoke said, she's a 3. Well, you will still have options. So it's not because you're not attractive, it's because you don't want the men that want you. Right? So that's BS by saying you're not attractive, okay? It don't matter. Right? It don't matter. That's not why you're single. Why you're single is because you don't want the men that want you. Not because you're fat, ugly, whatever. No, that's not it.
So if a woman does not fit that beauty standard, she has a harder time finding a match, because most of these men that I've...
She won't have a hard time finding a match. She won't have a hard time finding a match. Even ugly women have more matches than average looking men. I'm not talking about ugly men. I'm not talking about ugly men. Even ugly women have more matches than average men. So really, not because she's ugly. And she guarantee don't have a harder time than average men. Right? She doesn't have a hard time.
that I've come across, they have a preference. And you know what?
It's the problem is the men that they want don't want them. That's the problem with women. The men that you want don't want you. That don't mean that that's why you're single. Why you're single is because you don't want the men that want you. You want men that don't. You want the men that don't want you, right? You want the men that don't want you either at all or that they don't want to commit to you. That's why.
I mean, number two might be that the dating pool has men that are not stable. And when we're talking financially, emotionally, they're taking on different responsibilities in several different households. So it can be very difficult to date a man who doesn't have his life together. So when...
No. There are plenty of men that have their shit together. Plenty of men that are stable, plenty of men that are intelligent, emotionally intelligent, whatever. Okay? Plenty of men. The problem is always the men that you want, the men that women want. Women are constantly wanting these types of men. That's the problem. This is why I said, honestly, it's never, in my opinion, it's never men's fault. Yo, Isaiah, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, she seems unbearable. She seems foolish, right? But this is a problem. Women never put actual thought into it because they don't care. They really don't care. Women don't put actual thought into reasonings. Like, why are women constantly single? Because they want men that don't want them, or the men that don't want them for long-term commitment. And they don't want the men that want them. Period. There's nothing else you could say. Okay? Because women always have options. Ugly, pretty, fat, skinny, old, young. Women always have options. I've said this countless times. Dating is easy for all women. Easy. Okay? I want to be controversial. Dating is easy for all women. Why are they still chronically single? Because they did it to themselves. The men that they want, right? The Pookies, the Ray Rays, the players, the bad boys, the Chads, the Tyrones, right? The top 20% of men, the high value men, all these men, groups of men don't want these women, or they don't want these women for long-term commitment. So they're chronically single. Okay? The men that wants them, these women don't want. Okay? So that's why they're chronically single. Those two, right? Always. Practically every situation. This is the thing. It's because women are their own problem. They did it to themselves. Period. Right? There are plenty of men, plenty of good option men, okay? Good option men that would want these women. Women just disqualify so many men because these men don't fit there. The looks, the heights, the money, the charm, whatever. These other standards of women. But these are good men. These are good men. Treat women with love, respect, that would be monogamous, would honor women, that would, not cheat on women, not lie to women. There are good men out there. But these men aren't highly desired. They're not. So that is why women are chronically single. Right? That's why I have no sympathy for women in the dating market. Plain and simple. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on why black women in this particular video, but women in general, why are they single? Right? Chronically single. So, yeah. All right, guys. Womenese. I mean, maybe you know what? Maybe it'd be interesting to name, have a certain moniker or name. Maybe. I'll think about that. Warren. Because to be honest, because the problem is these women are talking through emotions. These women are talking through emotions. They're not talking on actual logic, right? Because because this is the thing, men have to understand women. Men have to understand women. This is why all the manosphere things, all the red pill shit, all the dating coach, all these things, the biggest thing is that men need to understand women. Because the fact is, men are the pursuers. Right? At the end of the day, men are the pursuers. So if you don't understand women, you won't be able to pursue them. That's one of the biggest things. You have to understand women's nature. You have to understand how they think. You have to understand shit. Because when it comes to women, they don't give a shit about you. They don't need to understand you because there are plenty of men out there. Yo, Skull, exactly. Women want that roller coaster romance these days. I've been called boring in several relationships. Bro, you know what? That is why marriages fail, right? That is why, honestly, women go for the shitty ass men, right? That is why women go for the bad boys. These men know how to manipulate women's emotions because, honestly, women get bored easily. That's something that men need to understand, right? Men that are going into marriages, you have to understand women get bored easily. When they're bored, that's a downfall, right? That is only eventually she will leave. When a woman is bored, that's the end, right? That is the end. That is, you are knocking on the end of your relationship when women are bored. So that's the insanity of that. But all right, guys, I think it's been a pretty decent long live. Almost 2 hours. It's been fun. It's been cool. Skull, Oren, Glenn, Smoke, Isaiah. Let's see, Blue, if you're still here, and all the rest. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking out the live. Exactly. That's the thing, right? A lot of things men need to learn, right? Manufacture drama and stuff like that. Yeah, I do agree. That is so true. Just don't bore a woman. Exactly. But anyway, yes, I think tonight's been a good live. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing, right? Yo, the support you guys show is absolutely means the world to me. Okay, so thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for joining the show, joining the live, subscribing, liking my videos, watching my other videos, commenting. You guys are amazing. You know what? This is the thing, right? Men just need to learn their time is better spent on themselves. To be honest, in this point of my life, that's what I'm doing, right? I've been focusing purely on myself right now, right? I've not been thinking about women like that, right? So I've been focusing, trying to better myself, build this community, right? This is my right now. This community is my life goal, right? This channel is the goal of my life right now. So that's why I feel so much love for this community, right? So much love for all you guys. Why I call you guys my brothers. You guys are amazing. This is why I love you guys. But exactly, Oren. I 100% agree. 100% agree. So, 100%. There are no handout for men. I agree. I 100% agree. Hope you guys like it. Do you guys think I should do later shows? Because I've been starting early and not trying to go so late because I don't want you guys up so late or whatnot. You know, don't want to take so much of your time in life. So please tell me in the comments or whatever down below. You know, if you guys want, you know, any changes, I'm always down for it, right? So anyway, thank you guys, right? I love you guys. Please know that, right? You guys are amazing. Your support means the world to me, right? So everybody, all right, have a good night, guys. Later.